Hey, I'm Samson Davina. Thank you so much for purchasing the Noogie Robo-Pong 3050 XL. Most of you are going to be using drill mode or on the control mode over there on the left, standard. Very few people are going to use precision, but for the more daring individuals out there that want to try it, I'd like to explain how precision works. But first, let's just talk about drill mode for a second. There's beginner, intermediate, and advanced drills. All you have to do is select which drill set you want, let's say intermediate, select which drill you want, load, and you're ready to go. You no longer have to set the spin, the head angle, everything is already set. For standard mode, just click standard, and then just simply touch on the screen for the type of ball you want, move it to the exact location you want, touch on the screen for the next ball, move it to the location you want, and you're good to go. So in standard mode, it's extremely easy to write your own drills. For today, I'm going to talk about precision mode, which is a little bit more complicated. The reason I love precision mode is because I can be very exact for the type of ball that I want. So click precision, and then you can see there's a number of settings. Number of balls, wait time, top motor, bottom motor, oscillation, height, and rotation. So just for an example, I'm just going to create a drill. But before I create the drill, the thing you need to know is that number of balls is just the number of particular balls that you want. The wait time, 1,000 equals 1 second. So if you said 1,500, then that will obviously be 1.5 seconds. Top motor, the ranges go from plus 100 to minus 100. Bottom motor, same thing, plus 100 to minus 100. Oscillation, it ranges from 0 to 100, 0 being extreme backhand, 50 being middle, and 100 being extreme forehand. Height, the height ranges go from 0 to 100, 100 being like a high lob. And then the rotation goes from minus 90 to plus 90. The rotation is how you get side spin on the ball. So like I said, I'm going to create a sample drill here just to kind of help you to understand how it works. So for the first position, we're going to do one ball. The wait time, let's do 1,000, which is 1 second. Top motor, we're going to put it at minus 24. So we're going to select, we're going to go to minus 24. For bottom motor, we're going to do plus 38. So
Where should I put them?
thank you, buddy. You can just put them on the floor right there.
Right here.
Yes, thank you. All right, so for bottom motor, let's go to 38. So it's going to be a backspin ball. The bottom motor, if it's plus, that means it's backspin. If the top motor was 0, that would be, okay, medium backspin. If the top motor is working together with the bottom motor, that creates more friction and less force, so that gives you more spin. So if we had bottom motor at 38 and top motor at 0, like I said, it would be medium backspin. But bottom motor at 38, top motor at minus 24, that means much heavier. For the oscillation, let's go 50, so it's going to be to the middle of the table. For the height, let's go with 48, and the rotation will go at 0. So we've just created our first ball, which is a short backspin ball. Our next ball, we're going to hit plus here, and that creates our second ball. Let's create a topspin ball. So instead of 1, let's go ahead and do 2. So we're going to do a short backspin serve followed by 2 topspin balls. Wait, let's do 1,000, which is 1 second for the wait time. For the top motor, let's do 55. Bottom motor, instead of going for a lot of spin on this ball, let's go for a little bit more speed. So we'll do plus. Let's do plus 4. So it's going to give us a little bit more speed, a little bit less spin. For the oscillator, let's go with 73. Height, let's go with 83. It's going to be a little bit of a higher pitched ball. 83. And then the rotation 0. Okay, so as you can see, we've now created a short backspin serve followed by 2 topspin balls. And I would like to give a little break, kind of like a game. So over here on the left, you see it says delay. So let's delay it 3 seconds. So you got those 3 balls, then you got a 3-second break, and then it plays out again. And instead of 5 minutes, that's kind of a lot. Let's do a 2-minute drill. So select it for 2 minutes and hit start, you're ready to go. If you'd like to save your drill, you can just save it by clicking that button right there. Now, the thing with precision mode is you can actually make it more challenging by setting ranges. So instead of just 2 balls, let's go, by hitting minus, it takes you to this screen, which creates a range. Let's go minimum value 2, maximum value 5. And we're going to do a range. Instead of either or, we're going to go 2, 3, 4, or 5. And we hit set. So now we've got 1 short backspin ball and then 2, 3, 4, or 5 topspin balls. Now instead of just always the bottom motor being -4, click minus until it goes all the way down to the bottom. And we're going to do a range as far as the amount of spin that's coming on the ball as well. So we're going to do a range from -10 to +4. So if it chooses like a -10 ball, you're going to get actually quite a lot of topspin on this one. If it chooses a +4 ball, you're going to get a little bit more speed, a little bit less spin. Okay, so we're going to do a range there for the bottom motor. And then for the oscillator, instead of doing just position 73, which is to the forehand, again, I'm going to hit minus, which is going to take us to that screen that allows us to do a range. And I'm going to say, let's go to the extreme backhand. Let's go with a position 5. Or fairly wide to the forehand. Not extreme forehand, but fairly wide to the forehand. Let's go for a position 73. Okay. Instead of it being a range between those two positions, let's hit this button down here, which is either or. Okay. As far as the height goes, we'll keep it at a standard height of 83, and then rotation, we'll not put any side spin at this point. So as you can see with precision, I've even made the drill a little bit more complicated. So we've got a short backspin serve, followed by 2 to 5 random topspin balls to either position 5 or position 73. And the thing that I find fun is that it has that spin variation. The top motor is constant at 55, but that bottom motor has a range of -10 to +4. So you're going to get a little bit more topspin, kind of a normal topspin, or a lighter topspin ball. So that's what I really love about the 3050 XL, is the ability to give variation, not only in spin, but also in speed, and in placement, and height, and in depth. Anyway, thanks for